Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the constant temperature process, which is also known as the isothermal process. During this isothermal process we found that there is no change of the enthalpy. Okay. Also there is no change in the any kind of the temperatures. So that's why we are saying it as a isothermal process. Now in this isothermal process, as we are saying that the change of internal energy is also zero. So three factors, there is no any kind of the change in the enthalpy, change in the internal energy and change in the temperature. So these temperature, enthalpy and internal energy remains constant during the isothermal process. Now one by one we are going to discuss what is the change of the work done, what is the heat supplied. Okay. So as per the our general equation PV equal to MRK, or we are saying it as a P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. Here we are finding that the general relation PVT relation in this equation, we are finding that as we are saying it is the constant temperature process. So on PV plotting we are finding that the pressure is decreasing and volume is increasing. Okay. At the same time we are finding that pressure is decreasing at the constant temperature. So on the PV and PT plotting you are clearly get the idea of how the phase change occur, or we are saying that how the state will be changed. So this process will be occurred. We have plotted on PV and PT plotting. So in this PVT relation, as temperature parameter is the constant, we are finding that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, as here T1 is equal to T2. So which law this represents? This represents Boyle's law. Okay. So as per the Boyle's law, we are finding that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. What's Boyle's law state that? Boyle's law state that at constant temperature, pressure is inversely proportional to the volume. That's why we are writing here P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Now next point we are going to calculate work done. Work done means what? Work done we can calculate from the PV plotting. Okay. And as per the definition of the work done, we know that small amount of work delta W is equal to P into dV. So we have to calculate total amount of work done during this process. So we are going to integrate the equation delta W is equal to P dV within the limits 1 to 2. So that's why we are taking the integration. You can see here clearly. We can take integration of 1 to 2 delta W is equal to integration 1 to 2 P dV. So that's why we are getting W1 to 2 is equal to integration of P dV. Now as we are saying P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So we are writing PV equal to constant, or we are saying PV is equal to P1 V1. So from this equation PV is equal to P1 V1, we can write P is equal to P1 V1 upon V2. Just once again I am repeating, as we are saying PV is equal to constant. So PV is equal to P1 V1. So from this equation we can write P is equal to P1 V1 upon V2. So this P we are going to substitute in above equation. So we get W1 to 2 is equal to integration of 1 to 2 P1 V1 upon V2 into dV. So in this equation we are going to substitute. So we get new equation. W1 to 2 is equal to integration of 1 to 2 P1 V1 upon V into dV. So in this equation, as we are substituting all the values, so we are finding whenever we are going to take the integration at state 1, what is the pressure, what is the volume, these parameters are the constant, so we are taking it as a constant. So integration P1 V1, integration of 1 to 2, 1 upon V dV. So we get P1 V1 log to the base EV, and we are going to substitute the limits V1 and V2. So after substituting the limits as per the log, here it becomes log to the base E V2 minus log to the base E V1. So log minus log A minus log B is equal to log A upon B. So as per this law we can write log to the base E V2 upon V1. So the equation becomes W12 is equal to P1 V1 log to the base E V2 upon V1. So this much amount of work is done during the isothermal process. So as we have to remove this log to the base E, we have to convert it into log to the base 10. At that time we are multiplying it with 2.3. So the equation modifies 2.3 P1 V1. Now V2 upon V1, as we have taken here expansion process, okay, V2 upon V1 is the compression ratio, okay. So so the equation becomes W12 is equal to 2.3 P1 V1 log of R. So this is the work done during the isothermal process. Now next point, change in internal energy. As I have discussed, there is no any kind of the change of internal energy, so we have to prove that. So how it comes? We know that du is equal to mCV T2 minus T1. So as we are writing, du is the change in the internal energy, and which is the difference in the internal energy at state 1 and at state 2. So it becomes du is equal to u2 minus u1. So here we are substituting our equation, du is equal to mCV T2 minus T1. So in this equation, as temperature parameter constants, Tu minus T1 is equal to 0. So du becomes 0. So we are saying du is equal to u2 minus u1, which is equal to 0. So u2 is equal to u1. So the change in internal energy here we are finding 0. So the internal energy at state 1 is equal to internal energy at state 2. So this is the change in internal energy we have discussed. Now we have to find here the heat supplied or heat transferred. As per our definition, the amount of heat supplied is utilized for two purposes, and that two purposes are: first purpose is to do some kind of the work, and second one to change the internal energy. So the equation becomes Q1 to 2 is equal to du plus W1 to 2. Now we have find the change in internal energy, we have find the amount of work done. So as per findings, du is equal to 0. So equation becomes Q1 to 2 is equal to W1 to 2. So we are writing here Q1 to 2 is equal to W1 to 2. So from this we can say that whatever the amount of total heat supplied during the constant temperature process or isothermal process is utilized to only work done, okay, as there is no change in the internal energy. So amount of heat supplied is equal to amount of work done. So Q122 is equal to W122. Next point is the change in the enthalpy. Change in the enthalpy. During this change in the enthalpy, dH is equal to H2 minus H1, means enthalpy at state second minus enthalpy at state 1. So we are going to substitute dH is equal to mCp T2 minus T1, but once again T2 is equal to T1. So there is no any kind of difference between the T2 and T1. So dH is equal to H2 minus H1 is equal to 0. So we are writing H2 is equal to H1. So from this we found that there is, during isothermal process, there is no any kind of change of enthalpy. Now we found that temperature parameter constant, internal energy constant, there is no change in the enthalpy. So these three parameters are the constant during the isothermal process. Once again I am repeating, isothermal process means what? A process in which temperature of the working substance remains constant during its expansion or the compression process. It is called as the isothermal process. Now, how these isothermal processes are achieved in the actual practice? Suppose we have taken a simple cylinder and piston arrangement, and during this simple piston cylinder arrangement whose walls are perfectly insulated, and we have to achieve the isothermal process. So due to compression process there is a heat generation. So as we have to achieve this compression process as an isothermal process, we have to place the cold body at the bottom of the cylinder. So what happens whenever we are compressing the gas, as the temperature of the gas increases, it will absorb by that cold body. Second, suppose we are expanding the gas, and at that expansion of the gas, whenever the temperature of that gas falls, so we require a hot body to place at the bottom of the cylinder. So the cold body and the hot body must be in perfect contact with that bottom of the cylinder. So in this way, in actual practice, we can achieve the isothermal process. Once again, I am repeating, during constant temperature process, temperature parameter constant, and from PVT relation, we found that isothermal process are governed by the Boyle's law. That is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So at constant temperature, there is pressure is inversely proportional to the volume. Next, we have find work done, which is equal to W122 is equal to P1 V1 log to the base E V2 upon V1. Next we have find change in internal energy. Change in internal energy, U2 minus U1 is equal to 0. So U2 is equal to U1. Next, as heat supplied is utilized to do only work, as there is no change in the internal energy. And last one, the change in the enthalpy, as dH is equal to H2 minus H1, which is equal to 0. So H2 is equal to H1. So change in enthalpy is 0. So H2 minus H1 is equal H2 is equal to H1 there. So three parameters: temperature, internal energy, and enthalpy. These parameter remains constant. So these are all about the today's lecture. Thank you.